Morning, everybody. So you can see the kids are waiting for the bus, and you'll notice that awful white stuff sitting on the ground. We got snow last night, enough snow that the kids had to pull out the winter gear. So you can hear the water running in the background. I'm actually getting ready to can sterile water for when the power goes out. Sorry about my dishes. I'm also in the middle of doing dishes. It's all about the multitasking when you're a mom. So let's get some water done. I got some quart jars here. I'm going to fill these up and add them to my canner. I'm going to get my canner prepped first. So what I use for a canner is this big stew pot. This is my water bath canner that I use. And you can see it's getting pretty wore out. I'm still wet in there from being washed last week. It's getting pretty wore out. I've had this going on 11 years. I got this when my daughter was born, and I've had it ever since. So it's seen a ton of canning sessions. So I got it about a quarter full, and because I'm using quart jars, I'm going to start putting the water in the bottles and then adding more hot water. I'll test a bottle by putting it in and see how high the water comes up on it. I want it to come up over about an inch, so I want the water to come about here. Actually, this screw. I always go by my screws in my canner on how high I want my water. So I want my water about here, level with the screw. That'll give us an inch over the bottles, and that will be perfect for canning them. Now, I do sterile water because we have had times where we go days and weeks without power. In the wintertime, it can be a serious predicament to get yourself in. This summer, we went 40, 60, almost 90 hours without power, and it was fine because it was the summer. It's not a big deal. You can go to a local community that has power or a generator and get water that way. In the winter, it's more serious because we might not be able to get out our road. We might not be able to get out our driveway. So by canning water and having water storage, definitely is a necessity in the winter time. Whoops, I'm going to clang everything. Now what I do, yes, I use my tap water. I have really good tap water. And I have a really deep well, so my tap water is really good. It doesn't smell, it doesn't have any bad things in it. I get it tested regularly. So I use tap water. I run it really, really hot. You can't see the steam, but there is tons of steam coming off. I run it really, really hot and add my jars this way. You'll see that? I go right up to the neck. So, right there, this part of the, about an inch headspace. So, if you had bad water, that wouldn't be clearing that fast. It's the pressure from the pump that causes the bubbles, but it wouldn't clear that fast. Or you would have residue in your water. Because we have really good water, ours clears like that. It's something we test regularly because we are on well water. There's 4 quarts of sterile water that's now going to go in the water bath canner for 3 hours. A lot of people say, oh, you don't have to do it that long. When I'm water bath canning, my rule is a 3-hour window. Only 3 hours. I don't go less because I don't want my food to go rancid. I've had times where I followed recipes just to try them and it says water bath for 30 minutes. No, not a good idea. 3 hours. 3 hours is the key. And another thing I want to explain is I only use, sorry, I got a little bit of breakfast on my finger still. I only use new bottles. I do not use older bottles. I don't use recycled bottles for water because I don't want anything leaching into the water and could make my family sick. These were from a case of bottles I got when I did my potatoes. These were the leftover bottles after I bottled the potatoes. So these are brand new, never been opened. I took them out of the case and I stuck them up in the cupboard. So the seals are brand new, the rings are brand new, the bottles are brand new. So they're all sterilized bottles, brand new bottles, and now sterilized water. So this is our water, and I will do, next case I get, I will do probably 4 more. That would last us probably a family of 4 on a good day, family of 5 on the weekends. This would last us probably 2 days. So this is 2 days worth of drinking water. I want to explain. This is drinking water. So in a power outage, I can just take this out, set it on the counter. We got it. This would be 2 days of drinking water for us. And like I said, I want to, oh, I didn't seal that good. I want to go and get 4 to 6 more of these made. So my next case of bottles that I buy, I will get a case of quart bottles and just do sterilized water. So now the water is still heating up. I don't know if you can see the steam coming off. And like I said, I went up over my screw that I wanted. So I have about 1 inch over my bottles of water. Now I'm going to set my timer for 3 hours. I'm going to get a pan to fit over the top of this because with moving and everything we've lost the cover, but I use a pizza pan that fits right over the top, and that's how I use my canner now. It works the same as the lid would, so it's the same size as the lid, so I just put that right on. The lid that was for this is a flat lid, so the pizza pan works exactly the same. I'm also going to put on my fan, but because of this boiling for so long, I need the fan going because as the water in the pot evaporates, it's going to make steam up here and it's going to pour back down on my stove, and I don't want that to happen. So unfortunately, my pizza pan was dirty. So I'm going to use a frying pan over the top for a cover, and that will work the same way as the pizza pan or the cover would work. So I have the fan on to take the humidity out, and people might laugh because I have a frying pan on my canner as a cover. Use what you have. As long as you're getting your temperatures right and you're going for a long enough time, your bottles will still seal safely. Use what you have sometimes is the way to go. I don't have a cover for this pot no more. I usually use the pizza pan. The pizza pan's unfortunately dirty. So I'm just going to use my frying pan. And I want to, yeah, that's snugly on. That's nice and snug on, so it may not look it, but it is. So our 3 hours are now up. You'll see I have my towel on my stove. I have my canning tongs. I'm going to pull this out. You'll notice the water has evaporated a lot. We'll put this on. That sound is just the heat of the water and the canner. I will leave these sit on my counter for 24 hours now. So this is distilled water. This is how easy making your own distilled water during a crisis can be. Nope. Wrong button. So, yeah. So guys, that's how easy it was to make distilled water. It's a very, very easy process. It only takes 3 hours, and you can actually just set your timer and leave it go. That's what I do personally. I just set my timer, get my pot set up, get my cans in the canner, get my bottles in the canner, and let it go until the timer goes off. I don't open the lid at all. I keep that lid closed because I don't want any pressure to drop. don't want my temperatures to drop, I just leave it, set it, and go. So distilled water is good, clean water. Fill your quart jars up to about an inch headspace. Then fill your canner up, put it in your canner, and can in a water bath canner for 3 hours. That's all it is. It's very easy. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.